Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to episode 203 of Happily Healed with Tennille and I am your host today and every day, Tennille. If you don't know who I guide people through reclaiming their identity and designing a full life, even after diagnosis. And here we are, step into the room. Please, if you are on here, let me know if you are seeing me and from where. And if you're hearing me, I've been having some tech things aguan. So let me know. Can you hear me? Can you see me? I should be on Facebook. I should be on Instagram. I should be on YouTube. I should be all of the places. Okay. And today, because I'm a solo episode, we are on Tickety Tockety. Hello. Hey, Tickety Tockety. All right. Just chime in. Let me know you can hear me properly because I got a lot to say. And I have a question to ask you. Okay. I don't want to make anyone mad. I need some permission to be as honest as I really want to be with you today. Present in the room. Hey. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Okay. Yeah, I can't be doing this all day either because I got things to say. We got things to talk about, all right? So, this is what we'll do. Before we get started, I just need you to do something for me. Hold your hands out. Hold your hands out like this. Hold your hands out like that. You see? Okay. Okay, put my hand in your hand. All right. So, baby, honey child, sweet sugar lumpkins, honey child, I need to know that you are okay with me being 100% honest with you today. Honest with you today. Not mean, not judgmental, not let me tell you what you're doing wrong, but honest. Because sometimes we need somebody who loves us enough to say the things that we already know, but don't necessarily want to hear. Guilt and blame are unproductive, are not kind. But accountability, that is what I'm here for. I'm not just talking to you, I'm talking to me, I'm talking to us. Baby, if you can hear the words that are coming out of my mouth, I need just your buy-in that this is okay with you, okay? Hey, YouTube. Hey, Terrell. Oh no. Yeah. Hi. Okay. So as long you stay around, if this is something that you can handle, if you don't want to talk about it now, I'm gonna encourage you to come back and watch the replay because I have some real things to talk to you about. All right. So whoever left, whoever's here, it's me and you, babes. It's me and you. So if you're willing to let me love on you in a way that might get on your nerves, let go. Let's do this, okay? So the right time is not coming. The title of this episode is basically telling you, like, stop waiting for a right time. There is no right time. You will never, ever, ever feel ready, okay? Like, by the time you feel ready, it might already be too late. Like, anything you've ever done that has been taken any kind of courage, any decision you have made, it was just an insane amount of courage for like 15 seconds that you're like, all right, let's do this. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm in it. Like, that is inevitably what it is. The right time will never come when you have more energy. The right time will never come when things around you calm down. The right time will never come when it's like, oh, when my health is better and like, the doctor said if I take this medication, then I'll feel better. And like, that time is not coming. The time is now. That's a book. I think it's a song. The time is always now. There are some people who I speak to in the personal development space, and they always say, would now be the right time? Would now be the time? Like, when would now be the best time? Because now is always the time. So I'm going to talk to you about this, even though you might be overwhelmed. You might not have the money you need. You might not feel like life is calm enough, or, you're waiting for the chaos to subside. Right now, whatever there is a huge disruption in the planet, like the planet, let's say the US, the government, or the money is gone. It's like the Great Depression. millionaires and billionaires were born out of great depressions and great crisis. And like, you have the decision of making that your problem or your project. Are you going to make it? Thank you. Thank you for the fan. Is this going to be a problem that you let take you down, or it's going to be a project you let build you up? And that decision is the biggest decision you can make at a time of crisis. And that is at the time of a diagnosis, at the time of the death in the family, at the time of, bills being outweighing money you have in your account. When you realize that that's a decision that you get to make, it's on and popping, right? Once you acknowledge that and stop letting it feel like, this is too much for me, I can't. If it was too much for you, you wouldn't have been assigned it. God knows what he's doing. He's not doing any, mini, mo. He knows that you have it in you. If he brought you to it, he will bring you through it, and let him bring you through it. Acknowledge that you have the strength in you, even if you don't feel like it today. So, now, this is the thing that stops a lot of people, is waiting for the perfect circumstances. I just want to let you know for sure, as your big sister, as your loopy godmother, I have to let you know the perfect time does not exist, and the perfection that you seek is not real. Because once you hit that thing that you're like, oh my gosh, it's going to be perfect. And think about when you were a kid and you're like, oh wow, when I turn 16, I'm going to have this car and when I get my license and when I meet the man of my dreams. Nothing is perfect. You met that man of your dreams, that woman of your dreams, and guess what? They fired. You didn't know that? You didn't daydream about that, did you? Did you? No, you didn't. Nothing is perfect. Nothing is perfect. We are humans living a human experience, doing things that we thought, we imagined, we daydreamed, we fantasized that it would be so perfect. And when you are doing hard work, guess what you get rewarded with? More hard work. Yes, because now you've set a standard for yourself. You set a standard for the people who work with you or for you or look up to you. It's not going to end. It is not going to get easier. You're just getting better. So it's easier for you to handle it. And it gets to be a game of putting out a fire and solving a problem. And when my health stuff comes up, just because I have figured out a good combination for right now for my health, that does not mean I don't get health scares. It does not mean that my health is not attacked sometimes. It does not mean that stress doesn't take me over sometimes. It means that I have made it a game of my life to figure it out and do it gracefully, without the panic, without the woe is me that I was going through for so many years, unassisted, and not knowing other people are going through this. And this is not just a me game. This is everybody's game. Your whole life, you get to be putting out these fires and doing this work on yourself and making sure that the people around you are the right people and the team that you're building is the right team and God is on your side. And all of it, it's a whole dance that you're doing with the world in your life. And you sometimes it's not a good, you throw your hip out sometimes. You're like, no, that was a bad move. You doing the two-step, you did 3 on accident. You know what I mean? It's not perfect, and perfection is not real. It's not real. It's something that the world is selling you all the time to make you feel like you are behind, especially if you have chronic illness, especially if you have things going on in your life that are not normal. Normal is a fallacy. Normal is pretend. Cut it out. As your fairy, loopy godmother, boop, now that veil has been lifted and you can't unsee it. Or what's the thing from the Men in Black? I'm putting the reality into your eyes because you cannot deny it anymore. That's why I asked you for permission, because I know I don't like it either. It's not great. It's not fun. It's not sexy. It's reality. So let's see. Hi guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate the compliment. Yes, take that first step. Thank you for letting me know you're here live. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I'm just nosy. I would just like to know where are you tuning in from, and are you watching live or are you watching the recording? Because I told you come back if I'm hurting your feelings already. We just started. We only a couple minutes in. So another thing I want to talk about. Everything is hard. Okay, everything is hard. Now you're not failing because it is hard. everything is hard. You're failing because your follow through is nowhere to be seen. Okay. It is MIA. If you do something and it's hard and then you stop, how that doesn't make it easier, because you're going to have to come back and build up the momentum again to get through the hard thing. Right. So this needs nuance, right? This is not me saying to you, push through everything and break your back and just jump off a cliff because you got to do the hard thing. That's not what I'm saying. Use your common sense. If you don't have common sense, borrow mine, because I'm never going to be the one to say, like, push through until your eyes bleed. Like, that is crazy to me. And it makes me mad because preaching that has hurt people, like seriously hurt people. And maybe if you have perfect health, that would work for you. I also think that if you are doing that, it will tarnish your perfect health. People don't realize stress is the number one killer. Sadness is the number one killer. Loneliness is the number one killer. And those are the things you get when you are pushing yourself past a limit, right? However, growth is uncomfortable. Anything that is here to grow you is going to make you uncomfortable. I, as a coach, I'm here to stretch you, not stress you. My coach says that to me too. And sometimes I'm like, are you sure? I'm feeling a little stressed, but it's legit. Anything that is good, anything worth it is hard. So if you think you can do something great, be something amazing, get to a goal, and nothing's going to be hard, that wasn't your goal. That wasn't meant for you. That's too easy. You're playing in the kiddie pool when you're meant to be on the Olympic swim team. So sometimes hard to you at the time doesn't have to be catastrophically, insanely hard. It's something simple, like adjusting to the plan, asking somebody for help, actually resting. Sometimes that's so hard because you don't want to miss anything. You feel like life is flying by. But if you don't get that rest, you're no good to anybody. You are not fulfilling your purpose because you need a nap. Babes, take the nap. Changing the timeline. Sometimes you have a goal and you're like, I want it by this time. Oh, man, the first time I didn't hit a business goal that I set for me, I was so hurt. I was so offended. I was like, but I put in this work and I did everything that I said I was going to do. And now I'm here and the time is passing and the year is over and I didn't hit my business goal. And do you know why? Because that wasn't the time that was supposed to be done. But me putting in that full throttle work up until then still was me putting in that full throttle work up until then. It still mattered. It still built me up to be the person that I am now. It still gave me my chops, like you giving yourself leeway when you don't need the leeway just because like it feels a little better, or like, what's the point of not going after the goal when the time is going to pass anyways and you're going to learn something from that goal? You will be learning something. So changing the timeline, even though that could feel really hard and really difficult, it's necessary sometimes. And putting in that hard work, even though that timeline isn't met, is difficult, but it's worth it every time. Sometimes simplifying the plan is the hard thing. Sometimes it's, you have this whole a graph and a board and it's supposed to be like this and it's supposed to be like that. And sometimes you're holding on so tight that you can't even get the thing to move because you are clinging to this plan that's not the plan that's going to make the needle move. I remember, so when I was 16, I turned 16 my senior year of high school. So I was late in my mind. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get my license. This is crazy. Everybody has their license. I'm a senior in high school. I needed my license. Okay. So I'm 16 and I go to get my driver's license, but I had been studying so hard and I was driving all the time. I was so scared that the first time I went to get my license, I stepped into the car, promptly hyperventilated. The instructor said nope and told me to get out, and I failed the first time I tried. I didn't even do anything. I did nothing. I sat, my butt cheeks touched the chair, and I failed my driver's test because I was holding on so tight to the fact that I had to pass and I had to get my license. And that, I don't even use that language anymore, unempowering language. I have to. No, I get to. I get to get a license. I get to drive like the rest of my friends. I get to be responsible for something as big and as dangerous as a car because I am that person who would be responsible, right? No, I got in that car and hyperventilated. He said, nope, come back another day. You can't do this today. And I was devastated. But he was right. He was completely right. That if I didn't have the calm and cool and collect me to drive that car that day, I might never have it. And I might not do well on the road. So I got to come back another day and take that driver's test, right? So that is the type of thing. Don't hold on so tight to the idea of what things should be and ruin your chances of letting it be something amazing and beautiful and stunning and life-changing, right? I've been driving since, I was 16 and a half. So, and also trying again. That's hard sometimes to like, dust yourself off and try again. That song is a song for real because everybody knows that feeling. It is not easy, but that's okay. That is okay. Sometimes you need to just reach out for support, gather yourself, and come back again. Yeah, every time I've had a big major flare up and I've spent months at a time in the hospital, I have picked myself up and tried again. And that has been the most life-changing work has been in that time when I'm trying again, when I'm getting up off my behind, laying flat on my back for months in a hospital and doing this thing called life again. Like the way that I thought my life would be is light years from where it's at. And light years from what the doctors thought I would be capable of. Light years from, strangers on the internet thought I would be doing, So if I did not have the courage to decide to do this again on my own terms, in my own time, no one else's timeline, no one else's plan, a plan that God set out for me, that I tapped into and decided, yeah, it's time. I'm going to be visible. I'm going to talk about this disease that everyone wants me to be embarrassed about. I'm going to tell people about my ugliest days and bring them along on my most beautiful days. If I did not have that stuff, it would have been such a boring, bland, sick life, mentally sick over my physical sickness, and that would have been the end. Okay, I don't know if I would be alive. So now I want to talk about the start and stop of it. A lot of us do it. Like there are times you get knocked down, you get to start over, and it's really not, a choice you're making. Like no one, like Grandma Shirley always says, if there was a store that sold sickness, no one would buy it and it would go out of business. However, after that, you get the choice. You get the choice to build a whole new life. If you burn something to the ground, that's when new life comes, right? However, don't do this where you get inspired, you start something. Something gets hard, life gets hard, things aren't going as planned. Then you stop. Then you feel guilty. Then you wait. And you wait. And then you get inspired again. And you do it again. What is the point of that? How is that serving you? How is that helping you? You will never, ever get there if you do not find your follow through. People, you are not incapable of achieving things. You just gotten accustomed to that start and stop, that false, oh, I'm going to do it. Oh, I'm excited. And then you just stop. When you start getting traction, that's all you need to keep going. That's all you need to continue. That momentum is priceless. And when you start over every time, it is so soul crushing. It is so tiring. It is so, like, think about, a cruise ship, right? So I did a cruise for my 40th birthday. Yes, I'm 40. For my 40th birthday, we did a cruise. And I was on that big thing thinking, wow, if we needed to make an emergency stop, how long would that take? And I remember my mentor told me, it takes over a mile for a cruise ship to change directions. So there's no sharp turns or anything like that. That's not how it works. And it's the same thing with your goals. If you stop and you need that momentum to build back up again, it's going to take you some time to build that up. It's going to take you some time to get there. And when you come to that abrupt stop, everything flies off. Everything is broken. Everything, you got to start all the way over. So that start and stop cycle needs to end today. If we are inspired, get started. Stop waiting. If you are sitting there feeling guilty, that's not serving you. You need to start feeling grateful that you had it. You starting again, start again. Guilt does not serve you. Constructive criticism serves you. Boundaries serve you. These emotions and that are tied with the stop and start cycle can take you out. The follow through is what you're looking for. What if the biggest problem isn't that you don't know what to do, and it's what you're doing you keep abandoning? When the plans change, you're jumping ship. Write that down. Ask yourself that every time things are hard. Is it really that this isn't working, or is it that every time it gets hard, I stop working on it? What I need you to do is stop treating your to-do list, I get to do this list, like a wish list, right? Your goals are not a wish list. Your goals are things you get to do, you're inspired to do, you're, chosen to do. Stop treating your goals like a wish list. It's a get to do list. You get to do this. Now, a wish list is, wouldn't it be nice if I could, I would love to do this thing. It'd be fun if I could. A goal is something that you are committed to doing. This is something I'm responsible to myself, to my creator, to the world to do. And I claim that. It's not a wish. It is a get to do list. And I say get to do because to do makes you feel like someone's bossing me around. And I don't like that. I want ownership in it. I want to say that I get to do this. You're lucky that I'm excited to do this, So what's one thing that you've been wanting to do for months or for years, or something you've been treating like a wish list instead of a get to do list? Is it health? Is it business, relationship, faith, money, creative projects, career, anything, whatever it is? Write it down and ask yourself under that, put that big, then ask yourself under that, what would I change, or what would change if I treated it like something that I actually had on my calendar? Like it was an actual goal. What would happen? If it's something that you have been thinking about, but not taking the action on, and it's something you secretly don't even want to admit that you want to do, that you really want, what would happen if you put that on your calendar? What's the consequence? If I put this on my calendar and I worked at it, what are you afraid of right now? Write that down. You don't have to tell me. I mean, if I see it in my comments on my inbox, I'm not going to be mad. But that's a great question to ask yourself to get the creative juices flowing. Because sometimes you're not even asking yourself the questions that could change your life. You're just talking to yourself mean and saying you can't do something, when in reality, all you need to do is ask yourself the right questions to inspire you, to get you into the right place, right? So another question I'd like to ask you, this is going to be a loving smack to yourself, to me, to everybody, all right? I'm going to pimp hand strong. All right, ready? It's not your standards, babes. It's your follow through. It is not your standards are too high. It's your follow through is too low. Okay? This isn't about perfection. Like I've been saying, it's not perfection. It's because, I don't want anyone to hear this and think oh, Tennille wants me to run myself into the ground. Why is she so mean? She says she's a coach. She's so mean. No, ma'am. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying things like follow through doing a lesser or smaller or a version of the thing that you want to do that's not exactly how you want it to do. Like this big, huge project, maybe downsize it to something that's a little bit more manageable, but it stretches you some and doesn't crush your spirits. Rescheduling an outing instead of abandoning the whole idea because you're like, I'm too sick, I will never be able to go out there, it's too much work. Maybe take that you don't want to have FOMO, but you want to have, a plan that serves you, that makes your body feel good, makes your mind feel good. A get together, make it a Zoom instead of an outing. Make it, something that's more calm, a tea party, something cute. Or just like modifying the goal, right? Like doing, instead of going like beast mode, hours and hours of work, do 20 minutes of work and then take a 15-minute break. Do 20 minutes of work, take a 10-minute break, or do just a 20-minute block of work and be proud of yourself and go take that nap you need to take. Consistency doesn't mean this doing the same exact amount every single day. Is doing what you can do that is important. That's the distinction of being happily healed. Like, I'm not delusional. I know that like everyone is not cured. Everyone is not, being their very, very best every single day, right? They are happy in the healing that they have right now. They're not waiting for complete and full and total Zen health to move and do things and accomplish goals. Like, I'm going to be out here regardless of what my blood work says, okay? I'm going to be out here taking action on the things that I really believe in and I really want and I really, want to see flourish every day, not just the days that I feel good. Now, let's talk about time. It's something I talk about a lot because I'm a chronic illness girly in a lot of ways. I have diagnosed with ADHD, and one of the symptoms of that is time blindness, where a lot of the times I don't realize that the deadline is coming up, and then other things seem really urgent and I need to do them when they're not urgent. It's just like my mind distracting me, and then when the goal is like imminent, it's like 3 minutes, and I'm like, I once did a college paper, a college project in school for nutrition, for dietetics. And my friend, one of my really good friends, she worked so hard on that project and did it for months. And I literally did it within 24 hours. I printed it at the school in the school, and I got an A, and she got like a B plus or something. And she was so mad, but it's because my brain works in a certain way that when there's that high pressure, the function like jumps. Like I'm so determined to do it well, right? It's not always good to do it like that. It's not that you need more hours in the day. Like, my brain works different, I acknowledge that, but it's not that I need more hours in the day. It's that my priorities were unorganized at that time, right? Is it that you're missing time, or is it that your priorities are missing organization? What I'm asking as a friend, as a fairy god loopy. Now, I don't mean that in a way to offend or to be like, you don't know how to use your time. There are tools that I have learned in order to be able to organize my time in a way that most of the time, I'm going to claim it, majority of the time, I can get things done in a timely fashion, right? I have extenuating circumstances. I'm sure you do also. Like, I have granny, I have family life, I have, things. And I'm sure you have like kids and work and blah, 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 blah. I have clients and whatever. It's all kinds of stuff, right? But sometimes, babes, it's not that you don't have the time. It's that your priorities haven't been organized around what you actually, really, truly want. It's not like, it would be nice to do this. Like, I would love to, dust today. I've been sneezing a little bit, some pollen in the air. I would love to, right? But I understand that I have people and things that I am responsible to getting back to. I have emails to write. I have podcasts to do. I have, things to schedule for my week and next month. So if becoming healthier is important to you, then where is health actually on your calendar? Where does it live in your priorities? Health is the building block of everything around you. You could do a million things, but you could be a billionaire. And if you lose your health in the midst of all the other things that you put in front of your health, you have nothing. You have nothing. Death is undefeated. Death is undefeated. you are guaranteed you're going there, but when and how you can have some influence on. So if health really matters to you, where is it on your calendar? Are you doing the workouts? Are you eating the food? Are you doing the mental work? If building a business matters to you, where is business on your calendar? Are you really scheduling things? Are you, even if it's scheduling stuff with yourself, it's not, I'm saying, have a million business meetings. I'm saying schedule it into your day. Every day, like from this time to this time, I will be doing my business planning. From this time to this time, I will be, looking over my business plan, whatever it is. I don't know what your business is. We haven't spoken, which is weird because you could get my calendar at any time. But if relationship with God matters to you, where does that relationship have your attention? Do you have it scheduled into your day? Me personally, I've taught this a few times, a few places. I learned from my mentor. I break my day down into 3 days. 3 days. So I don't have more hours in the day, but I have more organization in my day than most people, right? So from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., that's a day. And I pick what part of my day am I doing this particular task in, right? And if I'm not awake at 6, that's cool. I missed that part of the day, whatever. It's from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m., from 12 p.m. to 6 p.m., and then from 6 p.m. to 12 a.m. are 3 days that I put different tasks into, right? Things will come up. Things will not get done sometimes. And I'm not going to cry about it. I'm just going to keep moving. But it gives you some peace of mind, and it feels like I have some control to know that my day is built around. And every single one of those days can have something completely different in it. And it'll be easier for me to start and stop the task, which is also an ADHD thing, which it sometimes it's hard to like transition into the next task. Anyways, I hope you're picking up what I'm putting down. Let me know in these comments. I see that y'all are commenting, but I'm particularly passionate about these things. But like breaking your time down, making sure that it's not your priorities that are out of whack. Maybe, if Oprah got the same amount of time and she came back swinging, if Beyonce got the same amount of time, if Barack Obama has the same amount of time, I feel like I could do something with the time I got. I take breaks, take naps, and, take supplements and medication or whatever. But like here, we got enough time, okay? If your dreams matter, where are they on your schedule and how do you protect them? That's it. That's the clip. That's it right there. If your dreams matter, where are they on your schedule and how do you protect them? Okay. So the chronic illness plot twist of it all is that I want to make sure that I'm careful and not guilting or talking to you as someone who's never had to rearrange their whole entire life because their body said, absolutely not, girl, sit down. Absolutely not, sit down. And I was like, okay, Lucas, sorry about that. I understand that there's genuinely things that you cannot control. Symptoms and flares and emergencies and life. Life just happens. And sometimes, even if you don't know what's happening for you, it's happening for you. And circumstances change for a reason. I talked about with my guest last week that her marriage was making her sicker. And she didn't realize it until after she got out of that marriage that her symptoms started to lift because she was stressed out all the time. And I was in a similar situation, not married, never been even a little bit married. But my living situation was killing me, genuinely killing me. Like I didn't realize how depressed I was and how hard I made everything because I was in that living situation and I was just clinging on to the fact that I needed to protect certain people and be there for certain people that could not be there for me anyways. I made it my mission, just martyr. And I got myself out of that situation and immediately felt a relief. And it scared me. I was like, oh no, like I'm leaving them there and like, but you got to save yourself first. Remember that circumstances will change, but the goal does not have to die. It can change, it can shift, it can grow, but it will never be dead unless you decide that you've given up on it, right? Like, if you knew me in my past life, I was a baker. I was finna, bake all the vegan treats for everybody all the time, and I just wanted to frolic and veganly frolic and throw treats at everyone. And then the last flare up I had happened, and my whole life changed, and I had to move. I got to move to a whole new state and make whole new friends in a whole new community. And I still talk to my friends and my family from back in New York and Florida and everywhere, but yeah, that change I didn't expect, and I didn't want it at the time. I was pretty upset about it, and here we are. And if none of those things happened, I wouldn't be where I am right now. I wouldn't have a podcast. I wouldn't have coaching clients. I wouldn't believe in myself the way I do. I wouldn't have a relationship with God the way I do. I acknowledge all those ands. Those ands are very, very important in your life. The plot thickens and the plan changes. But the goal has not changed. I am frolicking very veganly frolicking throughout the world, spreading my message, spreading vegan treats when I can. And I love that for me. So a flare up, don't stop the show. A new diagnosis, don't stop the show. It's you. It's up to you. What are you waiting for? I'm going to let that linger in the air. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting to feel more confident? Are you waiting to feel better? Are you waiting for somebody to validate what you want to do? Are you waiting to stop being a complicated case? Are you waiting until you're not afraid? If you are I'll make you afraid. Stop waiting. What if life is waiting for you to do something? Action, motion, do something, anything. Just pick up a pen today and write down your goal. If that's all you do today, do that. Wait, I'm going to do an exercise. Can we do an exercise? Okay, I'm not going to end this with like a 47-step action plan, right? There's no way. There's no time, right? I want you to feel the emotion I feel when I tell you doing anything is better than doing nothing. I'm going to end this soon because this is getting long. Okay, get passionate, right? Okay, so we're going to do an exercise that I want you can do it right now, or if I know some of y'all are at work, at lunch break, or whatever, right? Keep this little clip of this podcast so that you can go back and do this exercise, okay? Get out your pen and paper. I don't often ask you to take notes, but today I need you to take notes, okay? So right now, I want you to write down something I say I want is, that's number one, okay? Something you say you want. Write that out. Then number two, what I've been waiting for is, yes. Okay. And then three, this is where it gets good. What I can actually do this week, even if I modify it, even if it's not perfect. What can I do this week? What can I actually, that word is important. What can I actually do this week? Even if I have to modify, even if I get to modify it. Okay. And four, when I'm going to do it is, I want you to pick a time. If you do three in one day, like I do, if you do, whatever, pick a time, write it down, make it real, make it for real. Stop playing with this. This is your life. This is all you got. Write out those three questions, and the fourth is the action. Say, when are you doing it? Be legit. Put it on your calendar. Put it for real. Okay, now this is going to be something that you could let change your life. I don't need you to change your entire life this week. I need you to prove to yourself, not me, who am I, besides your fairy, God loopy sister friend, right? I need you to prove it to yourself that you are still capable of moving this needle, that you are still capable of doing something amazing for yourself that could change your life. Okay? This is not, the assignment is not change your whole life this week. Your assignment is to find one thing that you could actually do this week that could change the trajectory of your life. Okay? Yes. Now, I'm gonna end this. I want to tie this in a beautiful knot, a beautiful bow, I suppose. Now, honestly, I know this type of lesson is exactly why I created the From Illness to Brilliance masterclass. Now, it's not about magically fixing your life, or, if you follow this 10-step plan, everything will be absolutely perfect. Everything, right? I just want you to learn about how you can rebuild your health, your energy, your life in less time than they're giving you, with more control that they're admitting you have. And in a way that's actually going to work for the way that you are living. Now, this is going to be Wednesday, September 2nd, 7 p.m. EST. Let me put up the registration link is everywhere already. Hold on, let me put this up for you. This masterclass is near and dear to me, and I will be preaching from the rooftops that, where are they? Where are you? Where is it? I do have it. I just don't know where it went. I apologize. Oh, there it is. Yes. This masterclass, I just posted it everywhere anyway, so you should see it. There it is. You should see it on my social medias, but all of my social media, if you are following me anywhere, my link is everywhere. So please join me September 2nd. This is the third quarter of the year, guys. This is your chance to really amp up, to close this year so strong. If you are watching this week after week and you're like, whoa, she's talking to me, like, this is crazy, stop waiting. Okay, if you've been listening to me today alone, you're like, okay, Tennille, I get it, like, this is a lot, whatever. Baby, come to class. Sweet honey child, come to class. Honey bear, get yourself registered for this class. Okay, I want to make sure that I'm serving the people that I'm here to serve, and that includes your buy-in. That includes your yes on the fact that we're going to sit and talk about the things that are hard, because everything is actually hard. And do you remember when I asked you if it was okay if I could be 100% honest? Remember we were holding hands like this? Remember? Do you remember that? Okay, cool, awesome. So I wasn't trying to beat you up, and I wasn't trying to like fuss at you and make you feel uncomfortable. Well, a little uncomfortable, but I'm just trying to remind you that you don't have to wait for the perfect time or the perfect moment to start living, and the right time is never coming. But it doesn't mean that you're doomed. It doesn't mean that you are never going to get there. It just means you get to decide what you're going to do with the time, energy, resources, and circumstances that you have right now. So I hope that you're still my friends. I know that was a lot. And I will see you on the internet, because I will be promoting this. Share this podcast with whoever needs it. Share that link with whoever needs it, because I'm out here ready to change lives. I'm not out here just playing with this. This is a privilege and an honor that I get to talk to y'all, and I get to help you create the lives that you've always secretly dreamed of. Okay? So, hey guys, I want to acknowledge, thank you guys who come back time and time again. Hey Sonia, hey Bren, hey Lisa. Wow, I gotta read these comments too. We got Michigan in the house. We got Oklahoma in the house. We got Denver, Colorado in the house. We've got, oh man, you guys, your comments are so good. Seize the time. You are thriving, and give yourself grace when you need to rest and recover. That is right. Never stop trying. Can't worry. Wait, what? Can't, won't, trying. Baby steps will get you there. Yes. Get to, choose to, love to. That's right. That's my language. Those are my people. They know my language. I'm not doing that. I have to, and like no, that's not empowering language. I don't do that. That was my day yesterday. I napped all day. Listen, girl, sometimes you need that. That's really what you need to do. Okay, let's see what else. Perfection is not real. Amen, amen. Value. Thank you so much for the compliment. Okay, guys. Hey, Brandy. Thanks for being here. All right, guys. You have a glorious day. I'm done yelling at you for now. I love you so, so much. Stay happily healed. Bye.